Alright, we're going to starting a project called One Step to Helping the Planet. What this is about is trying to get some wildlife into your gardens. There's a major problem with most gardens in Ireland that they're about 90% full of grass, and nothing can live in grass or survive on grass apart from big animals, so things like sheep and cows. The plan is that we need to get other types of plants and create the right conditions to get wildlife into your gardens. So if you read the first line there, our gardens can be a haven for wildlife. Bees, insects, birds, bats, hedgehogs and frogs can all thrive in our gardens if we create the correct conditions. So we're going to try and create some conditions to get these types of animals and insects in. The first part of this, we just move up a little bit, is section 1. So this is more general. We're not worried about our gardens just yet. First thing I want you to do is research the internet to find 3 species of animal or insects that are threatened or endangered in Ireland. So you're looking for species that are in threat of going into extinction, so there's not a lot of them left in the country. You can concentrate on Mayo if possible, because it'll be more relevant to us. Then I want you to write a short note to describe the animal or insects, so things you can write about. What part of the country do they live in? What do they eat? What do they look like? What do they sound like? Why are they endangered? So what's the reason for it? How can they be protected? And how many of them are there? So in other words, if you take a type of maybe eagle or bird or hawk that lives in Ireland, you can talk about how big or small it is, what it looks like, in other words, what colour it is, maybe what kind of wings it has, what sound does it make, how many are left in the country, and how can they be protected? And what's the reason that there are so few of them around? A lot of it can be down to farming practices. So you can use the Microsoft Word document that I've attached and you can fill in all the information on that, or if you're doing this on your phones, you can just write the answers into your copies. It doesn't matter. So you can handwrite all this stuff or type it on the computer, whichever you want. One thing I don't want you to do is do not copy and paste stuff off the internet. So you read the internet or you read in books or you ask people, but you write your own words. Don't copy and paste stuff. I'll know it a mile away and I'll make you redo it. So make sure it's written in your own words. So for this, you can write down basically the name of the first species and a description of the species. Name of the second species and a description of it. Name of the third species and a description. So it can be anything. It can be animals, it can be insects, it can be birds, it doesn't matter, but 3 different types. To help you then, down the bottom of this document, if you scroll right down to the bottom, to help you, there's a couple of websites here that you can copy the links to, and there's a couple of Google searches. These are probably the best things to use. So in other words, if you want to find out about endangered wildlife, rare wildlife or protected wildlife, these top 3 here are things you can Google about Mayo and you get stuff that's relevant to Mayo. So make sure it's in Ireland, and if you can in Mayo. Don't be going on to English websites or American websites. It's not the same wildlife. So use these 3 Google searches, or you can use some of these links and copy them into Google if you need to use them. It's only the first page, so you're not going any further. Don't go finishing or working on section 2 or any of those. It's only the first section. So your last part then is just to find a photo of the animal or insect. And again, you can paste the photo in here, or you can just save it on your phone and take a screenshot. It doesn't matter. So overall, you'll have the name of 3 species, a description of the 3 species, and a photo of the 3 species. Okay, get started.